Hey everybody, good evening. Today is Wednesday, and all day today I thought it was Thursday, so bear with me. This has been a really busy past few days, so I'm sorry I'm doing videos. I'm doing them late instead of doing lives, but I should be back on my Facebook page at Carol Ward Fitness tomorrow to do some lives, and also Friday and maybe even Saturday. We'll see how the day goes. Today we're talking about crushing comfort zones. This is just going to be an introduction into this series. As always, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Carol Ward. I am a businesswoman. I am also a daughter, a sister, an aunt, a friend to many. I'm also an entrepreneur. I am the business owner or CEO of CarolWardFitness.com and Carol Ward Fitness. And my mission in life is to really help people heal their bodies from the inside out. And I help them with that nutritionally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, just helping them build their confidence, their peace, their faith, all while having a ball at life. So today we're going to talk about really what it means to crush comfort zones and what comfort zones are. Again, for more details, like all of the specific details, go to my blog at carolwardfitness.com and check it out. And then, of course, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I'd love to have you join and see all of my videos as I post them. So again, when we're talking about comfort zones, that's that place that you get to where you are comfortable. If it means that you're in your home and you're sitting in your comfortable chair or on the sofa in front of the TV, and that's your ritual when you come home from work, and that's what you like to do, that's your comfort zone. If the thought of getting up and going for a walk, or thought of getting up and getting a workout in, or the thought of, doing something different kind of, messes with that, then it's probably something you should do, because anytime that you're living in the comfortable and familiar, you're not really challenging your body, you're not really challenging yourself. And what happens is that when you really challenge yourself to be the best version of yourself that you can be, there are benefits to it. So some of the benefits to living outside your comfort zone are that it actually stimulates you to want to make more of an effort to live outside of that in the future, because you realize that you're not in control of everything of life, and you realize that there's more to life to enjoy than just the TV, and that without getting out into the world and actually seeing and doing things, that you might be missing out. Who wants to have on their gravestone, Johnny lived to watch TV? Not to say that that's a bad thing. If that is you and you enjoy watching TV all the time and that's how you spend all of your free time, you go for it. You do you. But what I've realized in my life is that it seems like everything I have resisted in my life has come back full circle, and I have actually lived it. So I'll give you a few examples. The first one is I would tell people forever and ever that I could never be in sales. I cannot see myself as a salesperson. But at one point in time, the company I worked for many years, and had moved up through the ranks, was actually laying off our claims department. I worked for Prudential Healthcare back in the day. And I remember we went through a process to try and figure out what our strengths were, and they always kept coming back to my strengths were for sales. And I knew that because of all these tests I had taken before, but I just hated the thought of even being associated with someone in sales. And so I resisted it. It was so outside my comfort zone, I just thought I could never do that. So in 1996, I found myself actually interviewing for a sales position within our company, in a different division, and sure enough, that launched my sales career, and I've been in sales for 21 years. Now, the other thing is that along the way, I sold a Medicare HMO and I worked at Prudential. I met a lot of older people who were very, very, very lifestyle change oriented. They had lived, they had wisdom, they had learned from the choices that they had made, and were making healthier choices. And a lot of them had become very in tune with the holistic lifestyle. And I remember saying, that's not for me. Doctors are there for a reason. You should never question your doctor. You should take whatever medication they give you. And I did that for years. And until, as you age, I guess, and you see things your family and friends go through, you gain some wisdom in those areas. And so now I've learned that in fact, now I question a doctor on a regular basis. And I also, I tend to lead a more holistic lifestyle these days. In fact, that actually is part of my platform for my business, is that I want to promote healing your body from the earth, from the inside out, de-stressing and having great nutrition, and feeding your body good food that's naturally healing versus medications, which I've seen the long-term damage from. So that's an area that I moved way outside my comfort zone. And with that, lifestyle change was a huge word that I hated and hated and hated forever and ever and ever. And I would do diet pills, any quick fix you can think of. I've tried it. But I would lose the weight, it's just I would gain it back. And I put some of those diet pill companies in the market. I kept them in the market because I just bought into them. And I would walk away with heart palpitations and my hands shaking and realizing I could be doing permanent damage to my body. And so years later, I realized those short-term fixes are not going to work for me or aren't working for me. I have to try something else. And so that's in 2013 when I embarked on going vegan. Wasn't my plan to go vegan, if you've seen that series. And I went vegan. So not only did I conquered two fears there, stepped outside my comfort zone in two ways. The first way is well, three ways really. The first way is I started juicing, which I really wasn't sure I believed in. I created a lifestyle change for myself, which I had always resisted. And I'd never, ever, ever, ever in a million years would have ever thought I would have become a vegan. It's just not something that was in line with the way I lived. So, and I remember having that conversation with friends for a long time. So a lot of the things I've resisted in my life is where I'm at. I remember people telling me years ago, very few people succeed as an entrepreneur. And here I am today, I'm an entrepreneur. And it's something that I remember my father telling me years ago, I had an opportunity in insurance to take over an insurance agency, and I was afraid, like fear sat inside me, and my dad said, you could do it. And I thought, okay, I can do it, but I don't know that I'll succeed. And I was in my 30s. Now looking back, I wish I had taken that risk back then. Because the one thing I've learned about risk is that with risk comes reward, even if the reward is a lesson learned. I do believe in life these days that I can't fail at anything, because a failure is actually a blessing if I learn from it and I grow from it and I adapt my life accordingly. So, so those are some of the things that I've learned in trying to come outside of my comfort zone. There's a few more that are more fun in my blog at carolwardfitness.com. But I hope you really got a good snippet of information. I hope that you're out there living beyond the comfortable and familiar and just really enjoying your life. I want you to, when you have a headstone, for it to say, Johnny, went bungee jumping, or loved skydiving, or loved mud runs, or whatever the case may be, like something where you're living bold and out loud and beyond the comforts that you're so used to. So I'm excited to hear any comments that you have about how you're stretching yourself in your life, how you're growing in your life. And I thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. Take care. Bye now.